Hi everyone. So when I said last Thursday that this storm was brewing in, the kids have been having a hell of a time out here at the thing. I'm I'm going to be bundling up to go get food and stuff. It's not a day that I would want to go out and train in, but things are a little bit different, when you're actually training for football because you're not trying to get. I don't have a camera. I'm not trying to get this. I'm not trying to worry about it getting wet, and so fun times. So we start out these videos, and I know I missed it last week, and I know I missed it last time with the comments. I was too busy thinking about reviewing and going over the website that I didn't think to do that. So we have some recent comments that I had actually over the last couple days on football videos. Noah Gomez asked on the suit-up video, what position do you play? Middle linebacker. Alex Perez likes the jerseys of the Cobras, understandable. They're very sleek and overly patriotic for the United States. Another person, what position do you play? Well, that's the thing is, the video was I was a corner, but I mainly played on special teams on that team, so my hair is a trifling mess right now, so I'll be futzing with it a lot. Someone on the Sisu mouthguard bowling video said that they're a quarterback and they actually love this thing to be able to talk to their line. Someone else said on the suit-up video, this is just a guess, but I bet you're a lineman or a linebacker. It's very strange at this point, because I'm like, I commented back, that's a weird assumption for such an old video. Like, that video is almost 5 years old at this point. And yeah, I was a corner in that video. I was a corner for another season after that, and then I started switching over to linebacker, and now I'm here. So, yeah. Anyways, do we have any ones before that? It doesn't look like it. I am not sure if you guys can hear that, but the people upstairs decided today was going to be a nice drilling day into concrete. And then Minty Coon, will you ever do another video on your football gear? Since it is storming outside, I figured I would gather it all in one place, and I would explain to you guys what I'm going to be using for the 2021 season. It's just, I don't have any plans on getting new gear. The football season's mostly over. Things might be going on clearance, and I'll be picking up bonus stuff, but these are the things I intend on using when we get back to practicing and games in 2021 or whenever we stop going down to Lockdown Avenue. That was a really bad pun off the Electric Avenue. Electric Avenue. That was a really bad one on that one. So this is going to be mainly my practice gear because I don't have the official 44 jersey and pants yada yada here to show you guys. So, yeah. And so, we're just going to get this one out of the way because I already brought it up. These are my Sisu mouth guards. As you can see that there's a blue and a white and a yellow. The black one just lost its ability to mold. They are only good for like 20 molds or something like that, but it just lost it. Yeah. So I use, depending on which one I want, I try to bounce around between them. I got the yellow one very recently, so it's nice and fresh and molded, and I probably will go through and remold these three in like December or even January, just to make sure that they fit for right then in case, the things go weird with my mouth over the time. Alright, so the next accessory that we have, that's not necessarily it's not really an accessory, is these cleats. I really like Nike Vapor, and it took me a while to find, I'm going to have to go up and find a different kind, because this specific, that little in the front there is that specific year, and those are that's getting further in the past, and they're getting harder and harder to find. So, those are still going to be good for a whole year, and so that's why I figured, we'll do we'll keep that one. And I'm going to be on the lookout for, Nike cleats to see what's better. But we'll see. I want to check out the right thing. I'm not just going to buy any old cleats. I mean, obviously they got to be blue, white, and maybe a bit of yellow because that's the team. But All right. So pants wise, I just recently washed these, so there's no belt in it. But I just use a regular old football belt. No big deal. It's Rawlings pants. Rawlings. They are adult large. I got them from the Farella here because I needed blue pants because I was tired of wearing the old Cobras ones that were black or white and were just emblazoned with stars and stripes on the kneecaps. So I picked up blue pants. I also needed to pick up a blue jersey because when I broke my collarbone, they had to cut off my black jersey. So I needed a new practice jersey. Speaking of which, that's this one. It's Champ Pro. It's got, obviously it's not a full crop top, but it seems really short. Yes, it seems really short, but it comes down to I can pull it down and get it to touch my pants. So it's not a full-on crop top. It shows my little linebacker belly, but it's a medium. You guys can see medium, yeah. And so I kind of wish I had a different jersey because these sleeves are so big. I wish I had a practice jersey that had the little cinch up around there, because it would just be, it feels a little bit easier to kind of try to get off stuff rather than having a lineman. To be fair, it's just practicing and I don't have to deal with this one in a game, but I've had our linemen pull on my sleeves, because they get handsy. If a lineman isn't handsy, you need to teach them something. Tell them to get handsy. Next thing is the shoulder pads. These are my new shoulder pads. Right there, see? They're actually pretty good. They're Zenith hybrid. They're adult medium. I like them because, the awkward thing that I've noticed with this thing is that you put them on, and since you have your jersey over it first, I know there's a lot of people that try to put their pads on, get everything situated, and then pull their jersey over that. Now with this one, yeah, I could probably, because it's loose enough, but sometimes the thing gets put up here like that, so I have to reach back here and fish it out. But yeah, it's good. Because I feed it through that little section, pull it through, push it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's 6. And then feed it through that one so it don't get lost, and then idly just kind of stick it under there. Otherwise, these things stick out, and it's ugh. So if you just kind of tuck it under there, works relatively okay. But yeah, I like these pads. I got them a while back, and I used them at practice, and they're better because I don't have to use a padded undershirt because these shoulder pads have these little things in them. So it's real good. I like it. I like them a lot. I'm going to be keeping these pads for a long time. I just hope, they don't break and all that jazz. All right, so now we're moving on to the helmet, which is a Zenith Epic. I got this from a sponsorship deal multiple years ago, and yeah, it fits well. It's adult large. It's gotten, this is its third coat of paint, or second coat of paint, because it was gray. Well, here, can you guys see that one right there? It was gray, but in that weird light gray, Like, that's the thing is, I got gray because that's what we were having under, for the Cobras. But the one that I got, and the one that Gunner got, and the one that Willie got were not the kind of gray, because they're like, it's gray. It wound up being like dark gray or gunmetal gray that they wanted, but they just called it gray. And that just irritates my color blindness, because I was like, you guys got to be a little bit more specific with your colors, but don't be overly specific, because then it just seems pretentious. Oh, well, it's dark mauve burgundy. You mean red. I mean, to be fair, there's that, but like when you're saying gray, and yeah, anyway. But then when we changed over to the other Cobras, we wanted black helmets. So yeah, they changed over to that, and you can see here some of the black is showing underneath the blue, and yeah. So yeah, it's doing well. It's probably not going to need another blue coat for a while. It probably would have gotten a lot more banged up this year if we had actually had, practices and games, but it probably would have gotten more banged up if I wasn't, out for half a season, most of a season. I want to. Injuries are as they are. And then finally is 7-pad girdle. It's a Nike Pro Combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then little knee pads. I got this from a friend in Germany because he had it for a long time. Or he got it and he was retiring. So it's a large. I got one like this from Willie, but it was already kind of well used. And then I loved it, but then it had a big hole in it. So I had to get new ones, and they all sucked. So then I saw this one on Facebook and it was like, buy. So I really like 7 pads, because that way I don't have to carry around extra pads in a bag. They're just right there. And now these are the last bits. They're gloves, and I haven't tested them out yet. I did a review on these. Find out up there in the card. Link below also. These are Nike gloves. However, they're lightly padded. I really like more of the Cutters gloves that I found that are lightly padded. They're blue, which I would prefer to have blue over white, because, yeah. But they feel like they're going to be warmer and stuff. Plus, there's padding here, there's padding here, that's padding. Every single one of these has a bit of padding on the back. But it's not it has no padding, and it doesn't have the full-blown wrist strap that lineman gloves have. So, whereas these, they have stylized light padding. This is more for receivers that want padding in case they're, God forbid, a receiver actually be handsy with a DB or vice versa. But this thing, it feels I could definitely get in there on somebody and they can hit, and I'm not gonna sort of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna be using these as soon as we get back to football practice, because either they're gonna start up soon, i.e. January, and it's gonna be cold and these are gonna be nice and warm, or not. But that's pretty much all the gear that I'll be using next year. There's not much, like I said, there's not much more I'm getting unless I see something super duper on sale, or Pharrella does something crazy. I may try to get a different jersey, but Pharrella is just so dang expensive recently. Anyways, I will chat with you guys later. If you have any questions about the gear, I'll answer it below and all that jazz. Catch you later. Bye.